Lads, what's going on? Gonf here, and welcome to another episode of Save or Splash the Cash. I'm going to be trying to get one of these out, at least one a week, because I know you lot seem to enjoy them a lot. But today, as you can see on the screen, we have got Jermain Defoe in form, and he's going to be up against Darren Bent. First off, Jermain Defoe, he's obviously the English striker in the Premier League for Tottenham. You can get him on Xbox for around about 170k at this present moment. His price will probably drop dramatically in the next week or two. And on PS3, you can get him for around about 190k, but I'm sure he'll be well under probably 100k in a week or two. So maybe save your money and wait for Jermain Defoe, but he is an amazing player, and he's going to be up against Darren Bent. Also another great little gem to buy. You can pick him up on PS3 for around about 1.7k, and on Xbox for a little bit cheaper, 1.5k. He plays for Aston Villa. He's the English striker in the Premier League, of course. And as usual, lads, I am going to get some in-game stats on the screen that you should be seeing around about now from a site called FUTWiz. I will link them in the description. Amazing site for all the Ultimate Team database information, like player stats. You can build teams on there and stuff. Great little site. But anyway, as you can see, Darren Bent is a 3-star skiller worth 3-star weak foot, unfortunately. His trade side tries to beat the defensive line. He's super quick. His best stats are his attacking positioning, which is 87, always trying to get himself into a good position. He's got 88 finishing for an 82 rated card, which is incredible. He's got 75 volleys, 89 sprint speed, so that is what I'm talking about. He is one fast guy. He's got 82 reactions, 78 jumping, 84 acceleration, and 78 agility. A great player, really fun to play with, and we're going to talk about him a little bit more in the gameplay. He's going to be up against Jermain Defoe. As you can see, his in-game stats on the screen now as well. His best stats are his 85 acceleration, so him and Darren Bent, sorry, are so quick. 85 acceleration, 86 sprint speed, 92 balance, 92 attacking positioning. He has 94 finishing, so slightly better, of course, considering he's an informed player. 93 shot power, 88 volleys, and he is just an absolute beast. His traits are long shot taker. He's selfish. He tries to beat the defensive line, but unfortunately, he does avoid trying to use his weaker foot. Two amazing players, but I'm going to get into the gameplay, lads, and show you how these two actually perform. And here we are anyway, lads, off to a bang into the gameplay with Jermain Defoe. And as you're going to see here, this guy just seems to just get himself into some crazy positions, always helping you out, making it easy to score, and he's just an absolute brilliant finesse on his weaker foot as well. This is what I mean. Jermain Defoe just seems to have everything for me. He was tearing defenders to absolute shreds. I mean, you'll see another nice finish here. Let it just roll through his feet, and from almost an impossible angle on his right foot, seems to just smash it in top corner. That shot power again, which is just incredible. And here is just a goal that's worthy of any montage, maybe even a top 5, anything. That's such a good finish from him. Those long shots, when you get him right, he puts them in every time. But the best thing about him is his flair, and he just takes on defenders and just rips them to shreds, because his agility and his footwork is just so good, and his finishing, trust me, when you're one-on-one with this guy, it feels so nice. And another thing I want to quickly talk about is there's a penalty from him. He seemed to get me so many penalties. I don't know how. I don't know. It must have been when he's so agile, and because he's so small and he has like a low center of gravity or whatever it is, he just wiggles his way and seems to get so many penalties. But there's that long shot again. He has an amazing long shot. He can wiggle away from defenders with ease. He got that sort of footwork where he just leaves defenders on their ass. And there's just another absolute... He seems to score just ridiculous goals as well, like top corner bangers. I was just having so much fun with this guy. First game I actually played with him, I thought, you know what, he's not that good. As soon as I got into the groove and learned how to play with him, because he's one of those sort of players that you need to play with in the right sort of style, trust me, you will absolutely love him if you go and buy him, because he is just amazing. And another finesse there, as you would have just seen. His finesses just did not let me down. But yeah, probably his best stat was his just ability just to finish from any sort of angle, score goals for fun, and just have fun and have a lot of flair with him. You know, just unfortunately he does only have 3-star skills, which is a letdown. But everything else when it comes to footwork and his finishing in the box is just absolutely incredible. But lads, we will move on to Darren Bent now anyway. So now on to the gameplay with Darren Bent, lads. And I'm pretty sure we're all aware of this guy. He's one of those players that everybody wants on their team, but nobody wants to play against. And if you're up against defenders, this guy just makes playing FIFA so easy, because he gets himself into crazy positions. He can finish. He's ridiculously fast, as we all know. He does show some weird sort of strength, and his shot power, as I'm demonstrating here a few times, is just brilliant. He's just like Defoe. They're so similar, but they have little tiny differences. Like, in my opinion, I prefer Defoe when it comes to the finishing, but I prefer Bent when it comes to making those runs, bursting through and stuff, because trust me, Bent, when he's through, he's gone. There's no catching him. As you'll see, he runs from like the halfway line here, and trust me, no defender is catching him. He's just gone and gone. He gets faster and faster. And one-on-one, that 88 finishing does show even when he slams it, because he does seem to know where the back of the net is. And I did enjoy playing with him. But of course, he's one of those players who everyone is always going to call you a scrub, a pace whore, just a shit FIFA player just because you're playing with him. But in my opinion, 88 finishing on an 82 card and a player for like 1.5k. He's super quick. He's got more stats. He's got like 80 something long shots. He's got good volleys. And he's decent in the air as well. I think there's more to him than just scrub and pace, to be fair. That's my opinion. But yeah, his finesse wasn't too good, but I did get a few. I did manage to finish with him. But his main stat, just like Jermain Defoe's, was he knew where the back of the net was. His finishing was great. He didn't so much have the flair that Defoe had, but he had the pace to get him through. He just, trust me, this guy, when he's gone, he is gone, and that's it. And I didn't need to finish with this guy. I just blasted it. His shot power shone through every time, and he was just able to put the ball in the back of the net. Two very, very enjoyable players. Two with very different, like they're very, very similar, but they both have like different sort of traits. And there's another nice little finish from Bent to sum him up. But yeah, they're both very similar players with different sort of traits in game. One's fast and able to burst through a lot easier, but one has better finishing. But I really enjoyed doing this Save or Splash to Cash. It was so fun to play with. But of course, on Save or Splash to Cash, there's always got to be a winner. And this week's is so hard because they're both good in their own way. But I think Defoe takes it for me just because I loved him. In my opinion, he's one of my favourite strikers I think I've ever played with. He was that good. He just ripped defenders to shreds. He gave anyone fear who came up against him. He just wiggled his way through, skinned anyone, left them on their ass. And the amount of times I was just scoring bangers from outside the box of him was just, it was starting to get a bit pathetic, to be honest. I didn't include all of them. I wasn't recording for some. But this guy can hit a ball, Defoe, and his finishing was just incredible. But like I said, Bent was an amazing player. And if you can't afford Defoe, go out and get Bent. He's such a good substitute for Defoe. In fact, it was so tight, I didn't know who to go for, but I had to go with Defoe this time. But lads, once again, I hope you've enjoyed this episode of Save or Splash to Cash. Please remember to leave this a thumbs up if you have. That helps me out so much. Maybe we can reach 200 likes. I don't know. And leave a comment on the players you want me to try out next, because I listen to you lot all the time. Unless there's a new Team of the Week player out and I just want to try him. I normally listen to you lot though. And I'll speak to you next time anyway, lads. Peace.